What's up, everybody? This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, and president of the Honest Con Foundation. Make some noise for yourself for supporting us in 2024. This is another Honest Con's relationship goals in the art life. And I am this guy, if you're just curious, because this is going to be a voiceover reaction video. Warning, this will contain adult language and scenarios, okay? So, yeah, put the kids to bed. Also, make sure you subscribe now because we want you to be a part of everything we're trying to accomplish in 2025. And we know y'all gonna back us up. So go ahead and hit that like button right now. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell so you never miss a beat. Because if you're in Atlanta especially, we're taking you to the movies with us and so much more.
Of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching.
Today, we're talking about Arlette Amuli's Pop the Balloon, which is the best Pop the Balloon and the original Pop the Balloon or Find Love show. Let's see this reunion between two of their top matches. Oh my gosh. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome.
So Candy,
Yes.
is it a yes for you for him?
It is, yes.
We got a match!
You just gotta love how Arlette gets so excited when she says, "We got a match." She just loves it, I swear. But yo, they were a cute couple, all the good stuff, all the energy you want to see when you watch these shows. So I was happy for them, and I thought they had everything going on for them, right? They're gonna do great. I think they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? But I've come to find that that's what you think every damn time you watch this show until you see these reunions. Check this out.
Let's go ahead and dive right into the juicy topic at hand that everyone is here just dying and waiting to know. Since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
Candy, you want to take it?
We've hung out a few times.
Oh boy. You know, I don't know who else really watches the show, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Every single time she does one of these reunions and she asks that question, whenever the people hesitate like that, I already know here come the bullshit. Sorry, like I said, there's gonna be some language in this one, y'all. Get ready, okay?
Talk about stop with the bullshit.
Here it comes. You already know it's gonna be some drama. Like, why the hell is there all this hesitation and mess about who gonna start telling the story? It's always passing it. You gonna tell them? No, you tell them. How you go? I mean, you go ahead. No, but you go. Well, as soon as they do all that, I already know. Failure.
These women acting like they body, so I'm looking at them like, whoa.
Okay. All right. Walk me through the first date. When was it? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
I was trying to make the first date right after the episode ended, and I knew Candy had a flight back to Charlotte, and I was doing everything in my power to get that flight moved. Let me tell you.
Candy, why would you book your flight right after the show?
Thank you.
I had something to do. It was already planned. It wasn't on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Had something to do, all right. You mean you had somebody to do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be like this. That ain't even right. And let me say, all jokes aside, views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Honest Con's affiliates, associates, sponsors, etc. I'm just wilding, okay? It's all for the fun of it. Just my natural reactions to some of this from being a gentleman who's out here in this dating world, you know, a single straight man, doing my thing, been doing it long enough to know how it goes and how it flows. And it was just something about her energy reminded me of some folks I've dealt with. And that's all I can deal with. That's all I can work with. You know, I do not know this lady. She could be just as pure as she want to be. But for what she's presenting in this, it's real funny. Even Arlette was like, why would you do that? You're going to be on a show like this and you're in town for this, knowing you're going to possibly meet someone and get matched. Wouldn't you want to go out with them in town while you're there? Like, why would you want to wait and have to, you know, if you match with somebody from another place like she did, they're both in different states, you know there's going to be distance. That's not, and I'm cool with distance. I do this. I do distant relationships. I done distant all the way on the other side of the world, so I relate. But I'm saying, if you got the opportunity on the very first time you ever met a person to meet them that day in person, y'all go out, get to know each other. Like, plant the seed for something special to be special. But she talking about she had something else to do. Hey, life is life. Maybe you had to get back for work, all that. I get it. I definitely understand that. But I mean, like, she didn't say what it was. And I mean, you know, she don't have to. It's your business. But it would have helped your case a little bit when you're on one of these type of shows where let's face it, everybody's reading everything you saying you did and why you did it and everything, and they, weighing in on how you're expressing and how you deliver it. So like I say, she don't have to do nothing, but it would behoove you to express yourself, especially when the host of the show as a woman is agreeing with the dude too, like, girl, please, what the hell? Who does that?
Okay. So obviously it didn't happen right after the show. So when was the first date?
So I actually have some cases in North Carolina, and those are actually my next cases that are coming up for trial. And so I actually had already on my schedule to go to Asheville and Hendersonville for some depositions that I was taking the next week. So I told Candy about this.
So let me help y'all out, because I know his story gets a little long-winded, and I can be the same way as this brother. So I laugh when people tease this guy about how he can tell long stories and everything. It's all respectable over here. I got you, homie. Basically, he says, I think he was a lawyer, and he was saying that he would be in town in her neck of the woods. Can they meet up? And that's how they ended up planning the first date. Okay.
Okay, so we did it the week following the show. Okay. And in that interim, we were talking every day. Communication was great. In constant communication throughout the day. So ended up going in Charlotte. We went to a museum and then out to dinner.
Okay, nice. How was that first date for you, Candy?
I feel it went well. One of the questions that Jason asked me on the show is if I was high maintenance, and
yes, and the answer to that would be hell yes. She seems very much so like the high maintenance type, even though she denies it throughout this entire interview. It's hilarious that she brought it up. It's almost like she felt guilty inside herself that she knows it's gonna come up for the way she is and how this thing unfolded. Because he hadn't nothing had happened other than him tell how the date went. Now everything was really great and how much money he had put down, obviously, on doing all this fabulous stuff. So I think she was feeling a guilty conscience, knowing that she accepted every single offer and gift, even though she tries to turn it around and flip it on him later. Watch this.
Hopefully the first date showed that I wasn't. Like he mentioned, we went to a museum, got some food, got a drink. Super simple. But we talked for a very long time and got to know each other a little bit better. So I would say it went well.
Okay. So now after that, how was everything? How long were you in North Carolina? Did you guys hang out again while you were out there? Did you have to fly back? Like, what was the next steps after that?
I was there for a couple days. We only hung out that day. And then I was actually supposed to be back 2 weeks following that. So I think we had, tentative plans to see each other again when I was coming back.
Okay.
And then again, we were talking every single day throughout the day until the next time that we could see each other. I ended up, I think one of the cases settled, and so I didn't have to go to North Carolina. And because we had sort of established a nice rapport at this time, I said, well, why don't I fly you out here, put you up in a hotel? And
my brother is where you would have messed up in my book. You flew her out and you put her in a hotel or in a what? First of all, you flew her out. That's plane tickets, all right? Put her in a hotel, that's mobiles. Then there was all the things y'all did on the first date, including what you're about to do on this second date round. Brother, if you are not sure as to how this lady feels about you and that things can be intimate, as you will see later, you have just played yourself. Because even though you got the bag, and I'm speaking from the standpoint of somebody who lives the art life, still in the struggle, but not forever, okay? I've had grandiose times, but most of my reality is very fixed income. And I speak to that on this channel for people who deal with that, especially my fellow artists. This brother's obviously a lawyer, he got the bag. So I think a lot of times what a good dude like him runs into, that they don't realize, they get so comfortable with their money, they start leading with that as an attempt to try to woo a woman and don't realize, man, you're not using just your natural who you are and letting it be known what the hell you expect. You have to put it down early, what you are in it for. And if intimacy and a very close sensual relationship is part of what you desire, don't hold that back. Don't play what you have been told is the nice guy. It's not the nice guy. It's the full of shit guy. And the girl will go for the bad boy who comes up and straight up tells her, girl, you know what it is. Yeah. Not to say she would, but I'm just saying, don't be the one getting played, man. Don't be the one. Be the one that says from the beginning where you stand and see if that don't work for you. Because the truth is the truth. And whether they say it or not, everybody respects the truth.
And, we'll hang out for a weekend and have a good time. And that's exactly what we did.
Okay. And where are you again right now? You're in Virginia?
Virginia, yeah.
Virginia. Okay. So, Candy, he flew you out to Virginia?
He did.
Okay. How was that? Tell me about it.
It was interesting.
Interesting good, interesting bad. What does that mean?
I feel like we got to know a little bit more about one another. But ultimately, I do feel like we had a good time.
All right. So how long were you out there?
For the weekend.
The weekend. Okay. So a quick little weekend trip. Okay. All right. Jason, what'd you guys plan? How'd it go out there?
I thought we had an excellent time, and I was hoping to. I was trying to bring my A game for that weekend. So I'm not gonna. So I planned. We went to dinners, lunches, museums. Went out to some lounges, and then I'm not gonna. So I planned. We went to dinners, lunches, museums. Went out to some lounges.
All I hear in this part is bills, bills, bills. And a man who, even though he got money, is saying to himself, why did I spend this much money on somebody who ended up in the friend zone? Why? That's what he asking himself. And lo and behold, if he put some of that on credit and is paying interest on it. Let us continue.
To show.
Okay. So you're a planner, like you planned everything pretty much.
I'm generally not a planner. I try to play by. I try to do things a little spontaneously, but I knew because I was bringing her out and stuff, and I knew she appreciated planning at least for this. I wanted her to turn off her brain and just have a good time, and I thought we had a very good time. Candy is just a pleasure to be with, and a pleasure to be around. She was great company, and I thought we did get to know each other pretty well during that trip.
Good. Okay. So now after that trip, where are you guys now? Today, are we still getting to know each other? Are we still taking trips to see one another? How's that going?
Well, no.
Do y'all hear this BS? Do y'all hear this? That man is hurt. He up here smiling and acting like it ain't that big a deal, but he pissed the funk off.
Uh-oh. Why? The trip sounded like it went well.
I thought it did, but I got in my head a little bit, I think. And
okay.
The next day, I probably should have gave it a day or two to think and reflect on it more, because I don't know if I was being totally fair to Candy and in her favor. And given that I'm blocked now, I couldn't exactly communicate that to her. But I thought my expectation was, we were talking every day. There's a palpable tension that sort of builds when you're building a rapport with somebody. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was going to manifest itself in something where I could really feel some desire and affection for the things that I was doing. And I thought that I would be able to see that. I thought there would be...
I can understand. I'm giving him something he can feel.
Brother, I appreciate your eloquent way of trying to make it a legal dissertation in a courtroom, but guess what? You just wanted to let her know, look, I need some good, because me and you are good. So why ain't we doing good things with each other? Because we seem great.
Ooh, to let him know this love is real.
a lot more connectedness. And what I felt during the trip was that I thought she was trying to create some distance between us.
You women talking, what the fuck you talking about? Stop with the bullshit. Now everybody say they getting money, but they ain't looking right, huh?
And I'm not accustomed to that, especially when, I thought I was acting pretty intentionally, and I thought I was investing in this. And so I thought that she might not be into me, the man. I thought she might be into the value. And I was concerned about that. In the back of my head was the record playing of, the mailman and the security guy, what they did. And is this about my profession, or is this about me? And I'm kind of guarded against that.
By the way, when he mentions the other professions, I think he's referencing other guys who were on the show competing against him to get the ladies, and they got turned down because of their jobs.
I got on the phone with her and said, I wanted to bring parity back to the situation, and I said, why don't we start from a place of friendship, and try to build off that, because I want you to be with somebody that you don't just like the value, you like the person himself. I want you to be head over heels for whoever you're talking to. And I know Candy's got some DMs now, because I said she is this unbelievable combination of pretty, sexy, and cute all at the same time. I don't know how she pulls that off, but she really does. So and she knows it. So
just like he said, she knows it. A woman this cute and sexy and pretty and all that stuff he done said, you see her just turning up because she's so used to getting that kind of attention, and she'll take a trip to get that kind of attention. She'll take all the gifts, every dinner, everything this man gave to her. It's all one big "you so fine." And that's how she plays the game. She don't really care about really getting into it with anybody and having any deep-seated connection.
But I thought it might be better. Maybe I'm moving ahead too full steam, and maybe I should take a step back, manage my expectations, and start from a place of friendship, and then go forward from there.
Okay.
Bullshit.
But you felt like she wasn't all into you as a person. Is there truth to that?
Not at all. Not at all.
Bullshit.
First, I didn't ask to come and be flown out. That was something that was offered to me. I did offer to drive, but ultimately, that was something that was offered to me. So it was never, and it's never been in any of my situations about what somebody can give.
Damn show did not turn it down. You were offered a trip and you said, I would rather drive, but did you drive when he said, no, I insist, I want, whatever he said. It don't matter what he said. You the woman. You are the judge and the jury. Once you say yes, it is a yes. Okay? And obviously she's the type who loves to be wooed. So he did his job. And then you did what you were going to do any damn way. You went out there because you wanted to be sweated for a whole other weekend and waste somebody's time and money on the more obvious reasons they would fly you the hell out there. Ain't nobody paying for I don't care how rich he is, he ain't paying for no damn hotel and the flight just so y'all can get closer as friends and there's this much distance between you. Do you really think that either of y'all have that much of a time of a problem meeting somebody else? Come on, people.
To me, again, the question was asked, am I high maintenance, materialistic, however you want to phrase it? And I said no, and I meant that. So in getting to know somebody, there are certain expectations that I don't have, but I do appreciate the things that Jason did as far as dinner and us going out and things like that.
So proud, bow down, bitch.
It's most appreciated.
Ooh, this is nice.
But it's not something that I necessarily expected. So I'm here to get to know somebody for who they are, not for what I feel like I can get out of the situation as far as materialistic, financially, money, that type of thing. That's not who I am. So.
Okay. So I know you said, when you're getting to know someone, building a friendship is like the main thing first. So before you went out there on this trip, was that something that was discussed between the two of you? Like, hey, this is just simply us being friends. We're not going to try to even do this with a romantic route. Like, was that a discussion, or was that something you thought he just knew?
Of knowledge.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
It's an excellent question. It's the ultimate question. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Arlette. Because this right here is one of the number one reasons why we even do this show, why we do relationship goals in the art life. It's people out here that do not vet anything and anybody, but expect everything to just automatically go their way, and for everybody to just read their minds, know their hearts, understand their intentions. No, people, damn it, no. Start talking. I don't care how uncomfortable it is. Fellas, start telling these women precisely what you want, and especially if you're the good guy. It's your only defense against the thuggish ruggish. Because the one thing about a dude who's thuggish ruggish and ratchet, even if he ain't thuggish ruggish, even if he ain't a bad boy, just a ratchet ass dude, just a dude who just ain't got no filter, they understand the one code of ethics that is absolutely true. It's called speaking from your truth. People talk about, they ain't got no filter. No, what they got is they ratchet, but they don't change for nobody. So good people got to be direct and not change for nobody. If you gonna fly a woman out, you let her know, sweetheart, I would love to fly you out, but I'm not paying for a ticket or for a hotel until I know where we are intimately. Oh, so it's all about the sex? No. But I'm grown, you're grown, and we met on a dating show, not a platonic friendship bonding, let's get together meetup. It's a freaking dating show. People are trying to date. People date so that they can connect, so that they can become intimate couples, not platonic couples. Sexless couples do not stay together, whether they're married or not, if they started with the intention of being in an intimate relationship.
As much as we spoke, I don't know that we established that verbatim.
Okay.
For me, it was understood. That's how I felt. And that's not to say that we couldn't have risen to other levels, but initially, that's how I would be with anybody.
Bullshit.
So maybe, we maybe should have had a conversation more so about that at the beginning.
Message!
And maybe Jason wouldn't feel the way that he felt, but yeah, we are where we are.
Okay. So when you guys were having like these conversations, talking to each other, prior to you coming out there, even when you guys went on your first date, all that stuff, was it like on a friendly vibe, or were you guys flirting? Like, how was it? To where now you guys are both like, oh, we're on two different paths. We didn't know, like, we weren't seeing eye to eye on where this was going.
Oh, I'm flirting.
Okay.
Hello? Damn right, bro. Intimate relationship. You went on a show where people are looking for intimate relationships. Case closed. All monies to the gentleman. To the lady, we hope you learn your lesson. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Go watch the episode for yourself, where they met and this meetup show. Shout out to Arlette again. You're doing a great job. Keep up the great work. Peace, y'all. Happy New Year.
The fuck you talking about? Stop with the bullshit. Now, whip dirty. I'm on that bullshit. Yo.